Hey there, CJ Math Scholars. I hope you had a wonderful chapel. And as Mr. Beckley always says, I want you to write this up at the top of your paper. Love one another. There's no need for you to be mean or make fun of a guy today. Love one another. That's your goal today. In life, though, the goal of our lives, is to live with God forever. We're going to exactly talk about that today. When we're talking about men and women for others. A man or woman for others is somebody that uses their gifts or talents that God has bestowed upon them and goes out and makes the world a better place. That's what we're calling you to be when you graduate here from CJA. Go out and make the world a better place. And we're going to talk about one person in particular that some of you may like or some of you may not like. Personally, I could really care less about what LeBron does on the basketball court. I'm not a huge fan, but you do have to respect the things that he does for his community from time to time. So there are two kind of article headlines here, and then we're going to annotate one of them. So on August 11th of this year, LeBron James got paid, and I mean paid. He got a boatload of money. He got $100 million contract when he signed. It was $100 million for 3 years. And that was a lot of money. If you do a quick fraction of that, math in your head, right? 3 going into 100, he gets $33.33 million per year. That's crazy, right? But let's turn that around. On August 14th, he decided to do something with his money. So let's read and annotate this article together. LeBron James will pay for more than 1,000 kids to go to college. On Thursday, LeBron announced his foundation will pair with the University of Akron. This is in Ohio. This is where LeBron is from. This is his hometown. And will fully sponsor more than 1,000. Let's use a greater than sign. It's LeBron scholarship will be greater than 1,000 students, right? He'll be helping more than 1,000 scholarships for children currently in his I Promise program based in Akron, Ohio. That's pretty awesome. Let's do a smiley face. Yes, it is. Right? LeBron James Family Foundation has been giving a helping hand to children from the 3rd to the 7th grade. James is now extending support for the kids one step further by saying he will cover their tuition costs. Tuition is basically what our tuition costs here at CJA are $22,000 per year, and if they meet requirements. So requirements, what do we think those requirements might be? Maybe A's and B's, right? Good behavior, all the sorts of requirements that get you a scholarship, right? A year's tuition at the University of Akron is around $9,500. So think about that. A college in Akron, and it's a pretty good university, is less than half of what we charge for tuition for guys here at CJA. We spend a really good amount of money keeping you guys healthy, keeping you guys active, making sure that you're getting the academic supports that you need. So it's one thing to be grateful for today. From LeBron James via ESPN. I think it's probably one of the best things I've ever been a part of. This is very special to me. As a kid growing up in the inner city as an African-American kid, you don't really think past high school because it's not possible or your family can't support you. For us to be able to do something like this, it means so much. And we talked about in our crash course video from a couple days ago, it's very expensive for people to go to college. If you can't afford it, you have to take out a loan, and loans usually mean that you're in debt, and you have to pay that debt off. It's like you owe somebody money later on in your life. If I can put 1,100 kids in college, that means I've done something where I can give back, and that's exactly what being a man for others is. Right? So, whether you like LeBron or not, he is clearly being a man for others by giving away his gifts and talents so that others are better off. If you remember Mr. Houlihan's famous Dr. Seuss book, right? One fish, two fish, swish, swish, give it away, right? That's exactly what he's doing. He's giving away his gifts and talents so that others are better off. Let's talk about the math behind this generous gift, right? So I kind of helped you out with this, but we're actually going to do the math now. So for LeBron's contract, 3 years for $100 million. Let's round it to 2 decimal places. Let's figure out how much that is per year. So let's figure out how Mr. Mason got 33.3 in the first place. 3 doesn't go into 1, but it goes into 10 3 times. Get 1 left over, we get 10. 3 goes into 10 3 times. Get 1 left over, we put a decimal, 0, bring it on down. 3 goes into 10 3 times. And if you notice, I'll just keep on getting 10, 10, 10 all the time. I'll just keep on getting 3s. So it's not $33.33 because this 100 really is not just $100, it's $100 million. So that's why it's $33.33 million per year. That's crazy. Remember the most extravagant lifestyle yesterday? I think that was like 17 million, the one that we came up with, right? 17 million and 17 million. This is like the fancy, right? The fancy lifestyle that we did on the MASH calculator yesterday. That's way less than 33.33 million. I mean, LeBron almost has double that. He could live 2 fancy lifestyles, right? All right, backside. 1 year at Akron cost $9,500. College lasts 4 years. So how much does one student cost for 4 years of college, right? So if it's $9,500 per year and it's 4 years, that's a simple multiplication problem, right? So for LeBron to send one student, this is 20, carry it to 36 plus 2, 38. One student to Akron for all 4 years, full ride to college, it's going to cost him $38,000 just for one student. So the article says LeBron is going to put 1,100 kids through college. Use your answer from the last question to figure out how much it will cost him. So if this is one student, how much would it cost him to do 1,100 students? I'll help you set it up. 38,000 times 1,100. You do the math. Checking it when I get back. So basic math. A scholarship at CJA costs $17,500. Now, this gets bumped up to $22,000 when we talk food, when we talk co-curriculars, all that stuff, but just basic means and needs, $17,500. How much does it cost to go to CJA for 4 years? So let's compare the cost for CJA for 4 years compared to the cost of Akron University. So 0, 0, 20, carry the 2, 28 plus 2, 30, carry the 3, 4, 7, 70,000 for one student to go 4 years here at CJA. Do we think that's greater than, less than? It's definitely greater than the 38,000 it costs to go to Akron. Man, we are blessed here. We are absolutely blessed. Think about that when we're writing those benefactor letters, guys. Super blessed. I'm blessed to teach you and see your shining faces every single day. We really need to be able to give back and be men for others. All right, so let's do basic math. Using inequality. Oops, I jumped the gun on that. So I want you guys basically copy this inequality up here, put it down in this box. All right, so let's pretend that we've written LeBron and he wants to donate to CJ, right? I'm pretending that LeBron will actually donate if you get the problems right. So how much would it cover to cost 10 students, 20 students, and 100 students? So I'll do the first one, you'll do the other one. So this will be the 10 students, this will be the 20, and this will be the 100, right? So they want to go all 4 years, right? We don't want to ask anybody to leave after 1 year. So it could cost $70,000 for one student for all 4 years. For 10 students, we could figure it out this way, right? So this entire first line will be nothing but zeros. And then I lay an egg, and then I'm going to show you a shortcut here in a second. So for 10 students, it would cost $700,000. Now the shortcut is, if you're multiplying something by like a base 10 like this, and you have nothing but zeros and a 0 out front, instead of making that whole first line of zeros, you can just skip that. Help you guys in math really fast. You can just go ahead, since you know your whole first line is going to be zeros, just lay an egg. Then go right to 0, 0, 0, 0, 7. And look at that. We get the same exact answer, $700,000. All right, you guys do 20 and 100 students. The moral of the story, guys, is LeBron is a perfect example of using his gifts and talents to help others. Even if you're not a millionaire basketball player, though, you can still do the same. You can still strive to do the same with our lives, to get the best education we can. Maybe our gift isn't giving money away. Maybe our gift is giving our knowledge away, our skills away. And that's exactly what I want you guys to think. I want homework first. After you finish these notes, all this extra stuff must be finished, and then go on to ST Math. Remember, you need 75 minutes. Be checking your notes this week to make sure that you wrote all this stuff down.